And welcome back to Profile Pod TV. I'm your host of the evening, Double A, back here for another splendid episode of the pod. Welcome wherever you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from Roku, Pod TV, YouTube, IG TV, on the audio platforms, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure having you. Don't forget to subscribe to Profile Pod TV, subscribe to Social Nostra on YouTube, hit that little red button, or hit the purple logo if you're on Profile Pod TV and hit the subscribe button. Leave me a rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I love getting the feedback. So we have another great one in store for you tonight. As always, man, we bring on the heavy hitters. We bring on splendid, extraordinary guests doing extraordinary things to inspire the human spirit. And tonight is no exception to that. Before we get to our guests, I want to thank Johnny Walker Black for unofficially providing the drink of the evening. I'm going to go ahead and pour me a glass. Cheers to you, Swizzy Swift. Cheers to everybody watching. And I'm just going to pour me something here. Don't mind me. We're just going to thank you.
I just killed off a bottle of that this weekend.
Just a bottle? Just one bottle?
Yeah, just the bottle. That was it.
Okay, that's it, brother. Cheers once again, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to our guest of the evening. This gentleman is a music producer. He is an artist manager. He's an engineer. He has his own production company, Dream Music Records. He's managing a few artists, and he hails all the way from Amateurville, New York, but now residing in Southern California. This gentleman is doing some big things, and he's here to tell us all about his story. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, for the very first time on Profile Pod TV, my man, please welcome Swizzy Swift. How are you, brother?
I am doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, good, man. I'm not bad for Tuesday night, you know, and cheers to you. One more time, cheers to you, man.
Cheers to you, bro. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I'd be doing it too.
No worries, man. No worries. I know how it goes. Man, I want to thank you so much for taking the time, for being here, coming on, man. And I can't wait to talk about your story. I know you've got a really cool story to talk about, man. And you've been, you grew up on the East Coast, and now you're here in California, Southern California to be exact. You're a Marine veteran, and as am I. So it's, kind of wanted to pick your brain on your experiences there, man. So how's everything been going for you, man? What's been new lately?
I must say, in the last couple of years, everything's been really cool. Everything's been moving along, just sticking with it, sticking through the bad times. Keep sticking with it, good things will happen. Absolutely, man. Right.
We got to keep pushing forward no matter what. I hear, brother. We got to, right? Yeah, man. How's Princess? Big shout out to Princess.
She's good. She's with the little one right now. But yeah, she's good. She's working. She's recording probably 3-4 days a week. Then, she records on her own. When, usually I work a Monday through Thursday schedule, 4/10s. So Thursday night through Sunday night, I'm just mixing, mastering songs, getting them done.
Yeah, man, I see you guys stay grinding, man. You guys are always doing something, promoting, producing, doing.
It's funny how you said grinding, because we actually, I finished a song yesterday called Grind Time.
Oh, nice, man.
So yeah, that's gonna be released real soon. I think she's looking forward to doing it next weekend. She's gonna release it.
Okay, and that's not an instrumental, right? There's vocals on there?
No, that's an actual song. It's my instrumental that I made that was released in my instrumental album, my dual album that I just put out last week. So she used that instrumental, and then we made a song. We made a song, Grind Time.
Oh, very cool, man. Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait. By the way, man, nice hat. That's a beautiful hat, bro.
You like that hat, huh? You like that?
It's really, yeah, snazzy, man.
Yeah. Here, let the viewers get a little.
That's right. There it is, man. There it is. Thank you for the support too, man. So.
Oh, for sure. Always looking out for everyone.
Thank you, man. Yeah, likewise, man. Likewise. Like I said, man, you guys are always, I see you guys are always doing grinding again, and pushing forward. And that's great, man. That's inspirational. That's motivational for me, man. I mean, I bring on my guests, and every guest that I bring on, man, I have to say that they inspire me. I take something away from all my guests, and you're no exception to that, brother. I really like what you guys do, and you guys are great people and going after your dreams, man. And you hail from Amateurville, New York, right? For those of you who are not familiar with Amateurville, we'll get into that story a little later, but
pretty sure everyone's familiar with that city.
Yeah, right. I think the older folks are a little bit more familiar than the younger guys, but
true, very true.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Hey, man, I want to ask you, how did you get into producing, man? Producing music?
Well, it's actually funny because I kind of ran into it. I was, I want to say 11th grade, 10th or 11th, I forget. I was 10th or 11th grade, and I took this class in high school. It was media pro tech class. Pretty much, it was like a bunch of digital type class. We made our own commercials. We made our own little, I wouldn't say like a puppet show, but it was like a clay. We used Play-Doh and stuff, like little freaking kids and shit. And, we animated it, using the Apple desktops. So in that class, our final project was, we had three things. We can either make a commercial, we can do a music video, or we can do, it was something else, but the other one didn't, I was like, eh. So I was like, you know what? We did the commercial already, and I actually had my brother in this class too. So for this was actually me, my brother, and one of my brother's friends. We were the team. And I've always been writing. I've been writing music since I was I want to say 6th grade.
Okay.
I've been writing lyrics. I started off writing poetry. And then eventually, it went into, I went to do hip hop lyrics. So I've been writing, since, I started writing poetry around the 4th grade.
Okay.
Then, it turned a little urban in the 6th grade. Then it turned heartfelt, straight from the heart, how I really felt went probably around 7th, 8th grade. So by the time I was in, 10th, 11th grade, when I'm in this class, I was already writing songs. Now I'm not recording any songs because I don't have any recording equipment. I don't know. I wouldn't have even known the first thing about it. So my teacher, he gave us some pointers and stuff. He was a little nerd. He was like, "Oh, you need to do this. You need to do this. Are you sure you guys want to do this?" We're like, "Well, you're telling us how to do it, so yeah."
What's his name, by the way? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I wrote the song. It was a terrible song. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just I was saying this very thing on Talking Again too. It was this song had to be the worst thing ever. But the beat wasn't that bad. I just mixed, I just put stuff together really quick on GarageBand, get my feet wet. So it was, a quick little garage band type beat. It was like a 90s, maybe like a Wu-Tang or a Biggie type beat. I've always been, big on, 90s hip hop. 90s hip hop was the greatest hip hop out there.
I love it. I love it, brother.
So, I just mixed it together, and then we recorded, and I sounded like I was super monotone. I would just talk like this into a mic, and I'm sitting down. I didn't know anything. I didn't know, when you stand up, your voice gets projected more. I didn't know any of this. I'm just a high school kid. So, I recorded it. Then my brother ended up shooting the film, and we just got little shots around the school. We got shots around our neighborhood. We got shots in front of a fire. I believe it was a fire department or whatever. And then, he put it all together on the desktop, and I was, oh, I like this, I like that, I like that. And the video came out pretty dope, which actually my brother, he's a graphic designer now, so he takes pictures and does all sorts of stuff.
Oh, cool.
So
do you still have that video now?
He actually ended up doing that. He ran into that one too.
Oh, so he still has it. You guys still have that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He actually does my album covers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's been designing my album covers for a while now. So
And,
yeah,
but, and that
mine and
actually, but
Princess actually. Mine and Princess, he's did ours.
oh,
So yeah,
but that
so we
video.
you know we
I'm sorry, Swizzy. That video, that first video you did. You guys still have that?
oh no.
Oh,
We never got because it took up so much of our time. I actually like, moved on from that class by the time, we gave it to the teacher, we got A pluses for it. It was a terrible sounding song, absolutely atrocious. But the main project was the video. The video actually came out pretty dope. I'm not even gonna
okay.
lie, but never made it to YouTube. I don't even know if my teacher still has it to this day. I don't know. I graduated like 12 years ago, so
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he has it or not. Who knows? But yeah, man. So I just
Okay.
kind of ran in. I kind of ran into producing ever since then. I always liked putting stuff together. I liked it. It was cool. It was kind of like a little like a rush. It was like a sugar
Yeah,
rush almost. So yeah, man. Ever since then,
yeah. So,
just been doing that.
yeah, yeah. So that's when you discovered, like you said, it was a rush. It was, but you found something that you really enjoyed, and now you said you started writing back in, I think, fourth grade or early, elementary school. So by the time you got to high school, did you have a pretty good catalog of songs and stuff like that? By the time you were, you
Oh,
know,
I had like, I want to say 3 or 4 notebooks full.
mm, of
Yeah, I had like 3 or 4 notebooks
songs.
full. And again, I didn't know about the whole 16 bar thing. It's literally just straight on. There's no hooks or anything. It's literally
Mm,
just like a whole page of just lyrics. There's
uh,
no,
uh,
like I said, there's no hook, there's no intro, there's no bridges or anything. It's literally just, it looks like a story.
okay.
And it was like three or four, I forget. I used to carry these in my little backpack and stuff. And I'm supposed to be taking notes, but here I am just writing lyrics.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. But hey, man, you were just doing your thing. You didn't, you didn't have, like you said, you didn't have any formal training. But you just
Yeah, no.
you were
I
enjoying.
just I just heard, I just heard the songs and I'm like, I'm thinking, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. So I'm just pretty much going off of like word of thumb almost.
Yeah, yeah. And so when you were in elementary school, or even, I'm sorry, not even back in, let's, a young Swizzy Swift, man. Let's say high school, teenager. Who were some of the guys who were? Did you play? Did you get to see the compact discs? Are you too young for that, huh?
Oh no, I had CDs. I
Okay,
actually had tapes too.
okay,
I
oh,
had
okay,
the little rectangle tapes that you had a twist. You had to put
yeah,
your
yeah.
finger and twist and to rewind it. Yeah, I had those.
Okay, all right. So you're not that young.
No. I'm not that young.
No, no doubt. No, and so who was the young Swizzy Swift listening to back in the day, man? When you were listening to music, you were jamming or getting
I
stuff.
grew up religiously on 50 Cent, G Unit, C Murder. Um, like those were like the two main.
Really?
50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, Young Buck when he was there. I listened to them and I listened to C Murder, No Limit Records with
Okay,
Mr.
okay.
Magic and they had Mystical was there for a bit, Snoop
Oh
Dogg was
yeah.
there for a bit. So, I grew up on those two like groups.
Okay.
And, obviously I listened to, Wu-Tang, I listened to Biggie, I listened to Tupac, I listened to West Side Connection, I listened to NWA. So, I there was other, but those two were the main ones.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, man. So and they were huge out in New York, right? Long Island and
Well, G Unit back in '03. Well, 50 Cent, he was big like 2000, 2001, 2002.
yeah,
But when he came out with the two albums, the Get Rich or Die Trying in '03, and then he
yeah.
came out with the Beg for Mercy album with the whole G Unit in 2003 as well. Oh man, everybody knew who he was. Everybody, it was like it was on and popping. And I've had 50 Cent albums since the Guess Who's Back mixtape. I loved how he did.
Oh,
Like, he was the mixtape millionaire. He always put out like a mixtape like once a month or whatever. Yeah, I love that because I was always getting those.
no doubt, man. No, that's yeah, those guys are obviously, man, heavy hitter, and then they
Oh
were
yeah.
very influential. And so you left high school, man, and then is that when you kind of decided to join the Marines?
Well, actually, my football team had won in my junior year. We won the state championship.
Oh,
So, with that, all four, because it split into divisions. So all four division champions ended up going. I don't know if you remember the Arena Football League.
oh yeah.
We end up getting sponsored. Each branch of the military sponsored a champion, and
Okay.
we got sponsored by a Marine. The Marine recruiting station. So we got sponsored by them. The Division I guys got like the Navy, I believe. Two got the Air Force, I believe, and then like three got the Army. Something along. We got the Marines. So along the lines of we sit there, we go to the game and stuff. We go down to the field, waving at everyone who was there, like 10 people and stuff. But we get back and then we're on the bus. We're on the bus going back to school, and the recruiter hands out like these slips. And me being a freaking nosy body, always wanting to know what's going on, I want to find out more. I want to be a badass. I want to look sharp in those dress blues.
Yeah.
So long story short, I want to say the next day or the day after, within 2 days, we got a recruiter I had a recruiter at my door.
Oh shit.
Asking for me. I'm like, wow, that was fast.
Oh yeah, that's right. I filled out one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, hey, what's going on, bro?
Oh wow. Okay. How'd that go down? So did he come to your house? Did you guys
Yeah, he came to my house. He spoke to me. It was me, my mom, my dad. I don't think my brother and sister was there. I think it was just us three and then the recruiter. And actually, the recruiter that came, he wasn't the same guy as before. He was like a temporary one because the guy who was supposed to be my recruiter, he had to go take one of the recruits to like the MEPS to go off to boot camp that day. So he wasn't there. It was his partner that was there. And rest in peace, Sergeant Sylvestre. I don't want to butcher his name, but he came, he laid everything down, kept it real. He said, you can be the best of the best. He gave the whole spiel. You can be the best of the best, and you can be the most baddest person on the planet, and this and that. But he said, the Marines is no joke. There's going to be rough times. There's going to be times you just want to walk away, and obviously you're not going to be able to. So I was like, you know what? I've never turned down a challenge before. Where do I sign?
Damn, just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Do you ever think back though, Swizzy? Like, had you not like filled out a little questionnaire, the little slip, or were you
to this day? Actually, I was just talking to my wife about that. I was saying, had we not scored with seconds left in the Suffolk County Championship, we would have never made it to the Long Island Championship, and we would have never been there. How everything would have been.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't be here in Southern California, that's for sure.
Right. I know. Who knows? I mean, what did you have other goals at that time? Like, did you have a plan or a career path? What were plans coming out of high school?
I was always good at sports. I was really good at lacrosse. I was good at lacrosse. Man. I was good at hockey. I was all right in football. But I really wanted to play lacrosse. And but my grades, they told me otherwise. Like I said, I was writing lyrics instead of writing notes. So my grades was never, really good.
I see.
So yeah. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, and with that particular opportunity, with him giving us the cards, that was more of a, hey, maybe this could be something.
Gotcha.
And then, I was at the time I was working 3 jobs, trying to help my family stay afloat and stuff. I was making probably 45,000 a year off the books.
Wow.
Give or take, well, not off the books. It was, I was working as a student worker in my school as a custodian. Then I was working as a landscaper over at the boat yard, making money that way on the weekends. And then during the week after I was done with custodian, I used to work for like 2-3 hours at the deli every day, cleaning up, getting ready to close up shop, stocking up all the stuff for the next day. So yeah.
Props to you, man, for doing that. At such a young age.
That's where the hustler comes in.
See, I wish I would have learned that, sooner in my life. But hey, but no, like, credit to you, man. I mean, you stepped up for your family and did what you had to do. And yeah, like you said, man, I'm sure you learned so much during those years and during that process. Again, yeah, like you said, work ethic and hustling and all that good stuff.
Exactly, and that's I learned at a very young age. I was doing this probably 14. I think I started.
Oh, wow.
I started 13. Started 13 working at the deli part-time, just a couple days. And then I was doing the landscaping on the weekends. It wasn't every single day. It was only maybe 2-3 days a week. And then maybe a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
Then once I got into high school when I was 14, that next summer when I was transitioning from 9th to 10th grade, that's when I started doing the custodial. So I did that during the summertime from 9th to 10th and from 10th to 11th during those 2 summers. And then when I was in 11th grade, I was working after school. So pretty much after football season would end, late November, probably from December all the way up until football season. The next season, I was doing custodial work after school. Then I'd go to the deli, work up there. Then on the weekends, I was doing landscaping. And I would do that. And then my senior year, I just worked strictly as a custodian until I graduated.
And then you juggled that with playing sports for your school, right? Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was easy because the student work program, if you were doing an extracurricular activity, that wouldn't interfere. So it was cool. But, I learned during that time, when you're not at work, you're not making money.
That's true.
So I learned that at a very young age.
Definitely, man. That's important, man. That's important, man. So you went to the Marines. Did you go to boot camp out in here in California?
No, I went to Parris Island, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. So and then you got stationed out here. Is that when you finally came out to California?
Yeah, I did boot camp from July 13th, 2009.
Oh, wow. No way.
Graduated October 18th? No, October 20th. I graduated because I got dropped back a week because my knee messed up my knee. So I got dropped back a week. So I graduated just a week later. I did 14 instead of 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did that. Then flew home for a week. Went back to I went to Camp Lejeune in North Carolina for combat training.
Okay.
And then from there I flew over here. I was in 29 Palms up until I want to say the end of April. From that November, I think I actually flew here to 29 Palms. I got to 29 Palms on Thanksgiving of 2009.
Okay.
And from that day up until like mid to end April, I was in 29 Palms. And then from there, that's when I went to Camp Pendleton. Finished out my time in Camp Pendleton.
And then you haven't left since. I mean,
haven't left since.
Yeah. So, and you met
too warm here to leave. It's way too warm here to leave.
I mean, yeah, coming from New York, right? I mean,
coming from minus temperatures and below freezing.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the cold. I don't like the snow. I like it sunny. I like I wish it would stay 70s, 80s, but hey, I'll take hundreds too. It's not freezing.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And like I mentioned earlier, man, you're from Amateurville, New York, on Long Island, right? And those who are not familiar with Amateurville, there's a story that goes along with that city. There was a famous movie, a book, based on a murder that occurred in that town inside of a house. And I guess again, the movie was in the book were based on that particular story, on that murder. And you mentioned before that you've been inside that house.
Yeah, I've been inside. It's not scary. It's actually really nice. Really nice inside.
Wow, man! And this was back in the day, and you were a kid. I mean, this was before high school, right?
No. This is
okay.
I was a junior. I was a junior in high school at this time. I was 16, 17, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, man. What was that like going inside the house? Were you expecting something else, or were you kind of getting spooked? Tell us about that?
Oh no, people were all like, they were all like daring me to do this, daring me to go there, because they knew I was working my because we were selling little gold cards for football teams, like a fundraiser. It's like a discount card, has all sorts of businesses on there that you get a discount on, and so I'm working, I'm going house to house and stuff, and some people are buying, some people aren't. I was never a really good seller. I was terrible at it, actually. And go figure. I couldn't sell anything to save my life. But these people in particular at I guess we'll say the Amateurville Horror House, they were actually really nice. At first they were all like, oh, like they probably thought I was like some tourist, until they saw, I'm wearing my football jersey that says Amateurville on it. Okay. And they see I have a red backpack on. So they know now, like the first, like, oh, he's a tourist. But then once they, for a second they see all that, they're like, okay, he's all right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hi, I'm trying to sell these discount cards for my football team to raise money, for the school, blah, blah, $10 a card. And the lady was nice. She goes, okay, you want a water? You want something to drink? It's pretty hot outside. And I'm like, no, thanks, I'm good. She goes, okay, you want to come in? I'm going to talk to my husband, blah, blah. Sure, why not?
Wow.
Sure. So, I walk in there. She ends up giving me a water bottle. I sit down at their table. It's nice. It was a nice house. Definitely not like the movie. Definitely not like the movie.
Hope not.
It was nice. And then I was telling my last interview, the house, every house is the front door faces the street, but this house they turned it, so it is actually facing sideways. It's facing
like the driveway south. Or something. Facing south.
No. The driveway's even regular too, but the front door itself faces south.
Gotcha.
It doesn't face like every house is facing inward. So the house where that house is, the doors are facing west. This door is facing south because so many people were recognizing it and just waltzing up there and trying to open the door and see if it's scary. And it got bad to where the police had to actually like stake out and stay over there because there's people living there.
Yeah.
Wow. So much money off of that one too.
I bet, man. I bet. So they actually kind of had to modify the house.
Oh, well, they kept the house the same. They just painted it a different color, and like I said, they picked it up with a crane, and they just turned it sideways, just a 90-degree turn. Wow. So they wouldn't recognize the front of the house. All they did was just oh, look, it's a house, and they didn't do a very good job painting it because all it was just a darker version of the regular house.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the movie. The house is like kind of like a white. It's like an eggshell white almost. In real life, they painted it like a light gray.
I see. Oh.
So,
but
people are still recognizing it.
Wow. But growing up in Amateurville, you knew about that house, right? Or maybe as a young kid.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, and it wasn't even like my parents told me. It's like stuff you hear in school, and then they're like, oh, I forget when it was, but it's sometime during I think it's like August, he hits his year mark in prison. And so that, the Amityville paper puts it out there. So, then the school, beware, because he was doing like, I think it was like 15, it was a 15 to 50 year sentence, anywhere in between 15 and 50. That's kind of the oddest numbers ever.
Yeah. Well,
but so after the 15-year mark, because this all happened in 72, I want to say. So we're talking 2000. I went there 2007. Yeah, I went there 2007. Sorry, 2006. 2006. It was the summer of 2006. So yeah, the Amityville, the school papers, the regular towns are like, oh, beware, this possibly can happen, blah blah. So I see that.
Yeah,
me being a teenager, I'm not fearless of anything. Nothing can get me.
Right. Who's this? Yeah, bring it, right?
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah.
Right. No doubt, man. So you came going back to the Marines, man. You're back to California. And when did you meet your wife? Tell us a little bit about that, man. How did you meet Princess? And because she's obviously herself.
Well, it's actually funny because I want to say December. No, it was like October. We'll go to October 2012, and my roommate is, I'm just going through a nasty, end of relationship, and so I'm back in the barracks, and my roommate gets a girlfriend. Go figure. And he was cool. His name was Bane.
Bane.
So Bane, like Batman Bane.
Yeah. I was gonna say, okay.
Yeah, but it's not spelled. It's spelled Bain. But we always gave him, oh, you're Bane and this and that, and oh, you're into comics, and yeah, he was cool though. He was real cool. And so he's going out with this girl, and they're going out, and then December, like right after Christmas. No, the week before Christmas, she takes my wife, Princess, to the barracks because she's going to meet up with him. So she's like, hey, what if his roommate is there? Blah blah blah. All right. So, so she goes. They take that long ass drive. I would have never did that. It's an 80-something mile drive. Oh, from Pomona to Camp Pendleton. That is a terrible drive.
Oh yeah.
I know. I've done it. It's terrible.
Right.
So they do it, and I'm just sitting there minding my own business. I don't really care for a relationship at the time. I didn't, I wasn't looking for anything. I was just there for myself, being a straight up alcoholic, just like any other Marine. So right. I'm sitting there, I'm playing on my Xbox, and they walk in. So Princess actually sits on my bed, and then those two are on their bed. I'm ignoring everybody, and I'm playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Yeah. Then after that, I get tired of playing that, so I pop in Madden. So I'm playing Madden and stuff, and then I never, girls are. It's hard to see if they're actual sports fans, but I'm playing, my career, and I'm on, the Giants because that's my team. So I force a trade to get to the Giants. Go figure. And I'm playing the Steelers, and she just happens to be, oh, are you playing on the Steelers? And I'm like, no, I'm on the Giants. I'm just playing against them. She goes, oh, the Steelers are my team. And I sit there, I look at her like, how do you even know about them? And then she's telling me all sort of like Ben Roethlisberger at the time, and then you get Hines Ward, Antoine Randall. I'm like, holy, what?
He's dropping
names.
Where
do you know this from?
Players, yeah.
Yeah, where do you know this from? She goes, oh, I've been a Steelers fan, blah blah, since school days, and something about her teacher, got her into being a Steelers fan. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, this might be interesting. All right. So, after that, I knocked the Steelers because actually when I was overseas in Afghanistan, we watched the Super Bowl on AFN. It was when the Steelers lost to the Packers. So, I had to, throw some jokes over there. What happened last year, huh?
Throw some salt in the wound.
What happened last year?
For sure.
So, yeah, and then after that, we hit it off, and then our first date was December 28th, 2012.
Wow. And that's it. The rest is history, man.
The rest is history.
Yeah, I was curious, man, because obviously, Princess has been on the podcast here, and she's, recording artist, and I was just curious as to how that went down, man. And here now you're here, and a musical couple, man, and
it's funny too because on our first day, I didn't do anything fancy. We went out to I think she wanted to go to Panda Express. We went to the mall over here in Montclair, and we went to Panda Express, and we were just sitting there talking, and it was funny because she liked everything I liked, and it was too odd because I never told her I never told her, oh, I like this, I like that. She knew obviously I like sports. She knew I was a Giants fan, but she didn't know I like the old school 90s hip hop. She didn't know I was into music and stuff. She didn't know any of this, and so when she told me, oh, I record music, she kind of scared to say it. But she goes, I record music, I record with my brother. We do it at the house for fun and stuff. And I'm like, seriously? And she goes, what? She got startled. I was like, man, I've been looking forward to recording music. I didn't know you guys had a microphone and this and that. And yeah, she freestyled. I was like, yeah, that's dope. I did, me being the producer I am, I'm sitting there doing a beat on the table. We're having a freestyle. We're having the 106 in Park Freestyle Fest over there in the mall and stuff.
Very cool,
man. We figured out from the first date that we were like a perfect pair. Music, sports, all this other stuff. I give her so much crap now because she's a Dodgers fan, Steelers fan, Kings fan. I'm like, but you don't know anybody on those teams.
Oh, man, go Dodgers! And you're what? You Mets or Yankees?
I'm a Yankees fan through and through.
Okay.
Yankees fan, Islanders fan, Giants fan, Knicks. I kind of don't like James Dolan. I don't like him. So with basketball, I'm kind of neutral, but I'm a Russell Westbrook fan.
Okay.
Big time Russell Westbrook fan. Love him.
It's a trip, man. You grew up in Amateurville, New York. Thousands of miles away, and you just mentioned a place that I used to go to. Because I grew up in Rancho Cucamonga, and I used to go to Montclair Mall all the time, bro, growing up, man. So that's kind of small world, man. Small world, yeah.
Small world.
Things tie in, right? Things tie in. Yeah, man. But so no, that's amazing, man. That's amazing, and I kind of want to get back into your production and your career as a producer, Swizzy. How many artists are you managing now, brother?
Right now I'm doing I do a Western region area. I'll find opportunities for K-Bust. Yeah, you know about her already. So I manage that. So festivals. She had a show out here last year, and she did a little American tour type thing. She had a few shows throughout the country. Stuff. She started in Ohio, I believe, Cleveland or Cincinnati, somewhere around there. She started there, and then she came across all the way over here, and then I booked her at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood.
Oh,
so
nice.
She got to do that, and it was cool, but it kind of sucked at the same time because it was Corona just happened. Literally, that very day, March 11th, 2020, was the day she had the show, and that's the day that California went into state of emergency. So
March of,
what's going on here?
Right.
Just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah.
So she's all like, "Don't worry about it. There's gonna be more. So I kind of felt bad and stuff, but the show came out really good. The show was really good. And then now she's been doing virtual shows and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, there's that. And then obviously Princess, I do
Princess.
her. And then I do her
Okay.
brother Crow. I
Okay.
manage him too, you know, get him opportunities and stuff whenever he's available. You know, we sit down, we discuss it, and then yeah, find some opportunities.
Yeah, definitely, man. You stay pretty busy with even just, you know, with those three artists alone. I can imagine, you know, and you're producing and you know, engineering and all that good stuff, man. What do you think you'd be doing, Swizzy, if you weren't producing music, man? What's something else you would have done, or another career move, or if could you even fathom that?
I always wanted to be a graphic designer.
Okay.
You know, I kept telling everyone while I'm in school, you know, I'm gonna produce Madden 2022. You know, we're talking 2000s. We're talking early. I'm gonna produce Madden 2022 and 2025 and this and that. Here it is. We're almost in 2022, and yeah, Madden 2022 is gonna be released next month.
I know, right? Jeez, yeah.
It's like, damn, I said I was gonna be on there, and I didn't do anything. But yeah, so that was something because I took some graphic design classes in high school. I did like computer programming in high school. So I wanted to do something with computers.
Okay.
What I do now is definitely not with computers. I work in a refinery, do environmental work. So it's kind of took a left turn.
Yeah, right. Night and day, right? Night and day.
Well, you know, hey, pays the bills.
Oh, of course, man.
Pays the bills, and then, you know, obviously, you know, I have, you know, producing and then mixing and mastering. You know, I have all that. Got my feet wet in music videos and stuff.
Yeah, you're doing a lot, man. You're doing a lot. I see it, man. I see the hustle and
but as far as not doing, I don't know, bro. I have no idea because I actually took like about 6 months off. You know, the mental wear and tear and stuff, and it's like, do I even want to do this anymore? So I took some time, and it was just too boring.
Yeah.
I was just going to work, coming home, watching TV, or going outside, play basketball, go to the park, play basketball with fellas. But you know, it was just too boring. There was nothing. Something was missing. And obviously, we know it was music.
Definitely, man. No, isn't that interesting how you take a break from something, you step aside, you step away for a bit, and you realize how much you miss it, how much you love it, what your passion is. Yeah. And
then during that period, it made me realize, you know, you don't need to do it for money. The money will come. You don't need to do it for money. Just do it for yourself. Definitely. Because, you know, when I pop the headphones on, I'm completely alone. I isolate myself, and I'm just sitting there, just on the keyboard, just messing around, different sounds, this and that. I got a trumpet, and I got a trumpet over there. I got a saxophone in the garage. I'm looking at getting one of those the drum set, the little pad drum set things, the little plastic ones that records. I'm looking at getting one of those because I haven't played a drum set since I want to say high school.
Wow.
So I want to get one of those and stuff, and see where it goes from there. Get little by little and start building up my childhood again. Playing all these instruments, start building up my childhood and make something just blow up.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt, man. Yeah, I noticed you played the trumpet, and then you mentioned the saxophone too. And what kind of what kind of challenges have you faced, though, Swizzy, thus far, man? As producing music, and name a couple, man. And how did you overcome those challenges, man?
Well, I like I said, I probably have to say, this is probably 2015, 2016. Before I went to school, I'm working, I'm working piecework construction, doing piece rate. So, money wasn't much. And I'm over here trying to, rush instrumentals, try and sell them. And like I said, I'm terrible at selling things. So, and this is like I wasn't too big on Instagram. I was mainly on Facebook. So, I never realized how big social media would help out at the time. And, financially, it was just, it was holding me back. And that's when I took that, that 6 month break.
Yeah.
And it was like, I kind of needed that because that showed me, because actually during this time, I went from that job to another job, doing hourly wages, same job, just doing hourly, and it was closer to home. So I had even more time, because, it's not like the piece rate where you only get paid for the job. You're not getting paid for the hours. This job was hourly. So it was a strict 6 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. I get home. And then that's when I started realizing, you know what, let me mess around with a beat. Let me just do this. And then that's when I was like, you know what? I don't need to do this for money. The money will come. Let me, do this. And it was more of a mental than a physical. It wasn't like I was tired. Oh, I got to do this. No, it was just all in my head. That's pretty much anything with anybody, anybody wanting to do anything. You just keep working on your craft. You keep doing what you do, and it'll eventually, it'll hit. Eventually, it'll hit.
No doubt, man. Yeah, consistency. You always hear that word, consistency.
Consistency. Yep.
Honing the craft, getting better at what you do, man. And yeah, like you said, man, it's not about the money. You got to do it for yourself first, man.
Exactly.
What's your
the money will come. Money.
Yeah.
And I follow this group called Wealth on Instagram, and it shows like this stick figure with like a little string attached, and in front of it is money, and you just see it walking, chasing the money, and then all of a sudden it gets the money, but it falls into the coffin, essentially saying stop chasing money, because it's just going to lead to your own death. You're going to waste so much time trying to get money. You're not going to be able to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
That video, ever since I seen that video, it just stuck in my head. That was a huge wake up call right there.
No doubt.
Huge wake up call.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you got to do what you do, man. Whatever that looks like for someone, right? Follow your passion, do what you love, and that's the bottom line, man. And money is a secondary part of that,
Yes, money is just like it's the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on the ice cream. That's all it is.
What are some? Can you talk a little bit about some of upcoming projects you got coming up? Maybe for some of your artists, yourself, maybe some albums that you coming up.
I know K-Bus. She's going to be releasing an album soon. She hasn't made a specific date, but I know it's going to be within this year. Princess is going to be releasing an album, I want to say toward the end of summer, maybe August, September timeframe. We're about halfway through. With this album, so she has a few more songs she wants to add to it before she finalizes everything. We start promotion. So yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much the upcoming things. Working on a show for Princess right now, actually, for July 23rd in LA. Looking to do that. So yeah, opportunities are there. Just picking and choosing.
Yeah, man, that's great. That's great, man. I think like I said, man, you guys have got a lot going on. I think your future is bright, and you're hungry, you're ambitious, and you're passionate about what you do. And what are some goals, man? Maybe some short-term goals, long-term goals for yourself, for your artists, for Dream Music Records. Can you talk a little bit about some of those things?
I tend to stay away from the long-term goals, momentarily, because I want to string together short-term goals, because it's just like, it's like a fight. Life is like a fight. You gotta put together, wins. You gotta put together wins to boost your confidence. So the same being with, business and music, especially, you put together some short-term goals, you meet your demands, you meet you exceed your criteria that you want to do, like with this dual album. This was I just barely, I put out an instrumental album. I think it's like 15 tracks or so in February 1st. And then the second I started, because before I released that one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a dual album. I'm going to do something that, not many people have done. Because like I was producing an instrumental a week, a different instrumental a week. So I'm like, you know what? Counted all the weeks. All right, cool. I should be done by Memorial Day. I was trying to do 20 and 20. 20 instrumental for the urban, 20 instrumental for the Latin. But, I hit a few road bumps along the way, which I wasn't able to meet that. So I did the 10 and 10. And, it was something that was out of my hands, so I couldn't even, be mad at myself. But the overall project itself, it came out so wonderful. I sit there, I listen to this on the way to work, to and from work and stuff. I just pop in YouTube now, hit the playlist, and just let it go. And cool, it's nice to hear something that you made. It's so nice. It's like you're birthing a child almost. Like each project is your own child, it's your own baby and stuff. And it's like you watch it grow, you watch it, expand, and then you hear the overall production of it, and it's wonderful. It really is wonderful.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, I can empathize with you, man, because I like to watch my episodes, that I do with my guests, and not only for enjoyment, but also to kind of critique myself, man, and I
yes,
right,
that's
right.
a main thing too.
Yeah, constructive criticism. I could have said this here or done this there, just getting better, man. I think that's what it's all about, right? Honing the craft.
That's all it is. You're your own critic. You'll have people who will tell you the truth. It's not going to be as many though, because you'll have those who are, oh yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds good. They're just telling you it sounds good, even though they don't like it, but they're just telling you because they're they want
to be nice,
or friends or something. So they're just telling you just to tell you. They're not actually like giving you what you really need.
Yeah, and sometimes you do need that. You got to get that that constructive criticism, right? Or even if it's harsh, it's not what you want to hear, but sometimes you got to hear it. That's what's going to make you better, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to work on those. You got to smooth out those edges, right?
Oh yeah.
No doubt, man. No, man. I'm gonna, looking forward to seeing you on the rise and continue to see you progress. And once you come on, I tell all my guests, man, once you come on this podcast, you become family, and I'm going to continue to support you and share your content, repost, support any way I can, man. So, before we wrap things up, Swizzy, I want to ask you, man, who are some mentors, influencers in your life, alive or dead, friends or family, whoever, man, that you would love to sit down and have dinner with, man, to kind of pick their brain? Who are maybe three of those? Can you pinpoint, or one or five or three? Whatever you think.
I gotta say, pretty cliche, but Dr. Dre would have to be definitely one of them.
Okay, yeah.
Dr. Dre has to be one of them. I would say Louis Armstrong. Loved his music. He's the one that really inspired me to play the trumpet.
Satchmo.
He's the one that he inspired me to do jazz in school. I did a jazz band. He's definitely got to be one.
That's awesome.
I gotta say, obviously 50 Cent. I grew up on his music, and the businessman he is today is like, that's what I love to be.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then 4 and 5 would be Timbaland and DJ Quick. For producers, get different producers and stuff. That's got to be my 5 right there.
Yeah, that's a hell of a list, man. Louis Armstrong. I like that, man. Yeah, trumpet, Hall of Famer. That guy.
You can even do Louis Armstrong and Miles Davis. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, jeez, those guys are legends, man, legends. And
Oh yes. Oh yes.
you said Dr. Dre. You mentioned Dr. Dre. I think that would be amazing, man. Because he's got obviously a great story. Uh, and from a musical standpoint, man, yeah, he's a legend too. I mean, or yeah,
Oh yeah.
no doubt, man. No, man.
Oh yes.
Yeah, brother. Hey, man, before we go, Swizzy, where can the good people follow you? Where can they find your music? Go ahead and plug everything so we can find you and check you out, man.
Well, I have about 60 instrumentals, 40 to 60 instrumentals. It's on every platform. You just type in Swizzy Swift, SWIZZY space SWIFT, and you will find me and all my instrumentals and then all the songs that I'm featured in with Princess and Crow and all that. You'll find that on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, all of it. I'm on Instagram music. I'm on Snapchat music. You can add it there. Also, my Instagram, I have it's at _real_Swizzy Swift. Find me there. Also, I have the DMR page as well. It's at Dream Music Records _ between Dream and then music. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There it is, man. Yeah, you're all over the place, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I got the link in the bio for my YouTube and all the other stuff. So yeah.
You can't hide, man. You can't hide from us. So yeah, there it is, man. There it is. I want to thank you once again for being here, taking the time, and give my best to Princess, the family, and everybody. And like I said, man, you're always welcome back here. Let's do this again. And
oh yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to meet you in person and meet you guys. And you guys.
Next time we gotta do this in person. Next time. I'll bring some Johnny.
Bring Johnny, man. Johnny, man. Yeah. No doubt, man. Thanks again, man. And it's been a pleasure having you here, man. So
it's been a pleasure being here.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have Swizzy Swift, producer extraordinaire. Go follow him. Go listen to his music. Go tap in. You will not be disappointed. And he's definitely doing big things in the music industry and beyond. So we can't wait to see how far into the stratosphere he goes. I want to thank everybody for being here. Again, if you're here on Pod TV, Roku channel, thank you so much. YouTube, IG, we're on the audio platforms, wherever you're tuning in from. It's always an honor to have you here on Profile Pod TV, here with Double.
Oh yes.
Definitely. So don't forget to subscribe here, Profile Pod TV. Click on that little purple logo and tap in. So for Swizzy Swift, I want to thank him once again. I'm Double A, reminding you to always take it easy.